Hey guys, this is Bacon Chris here, and today I'm going to be doing a top 10 video on my favorite Loud House characters. Now, this video is a request by a YouTuber. I forget his or her name, but I'm going to give credit to that person. So, in case you don't know what the Loud House is, the Loud House is about this show about a 11-year-old boy named Lynn Loud, and he has 10 sisters with different personalities facing difficult situations. Because I like how it's called the Loud House. So, if you hate the Loud House, I respect your opinion, and if you hate any of these characters, I also respect your opinion. So let's begin the top 10. Number 10 is Luan Loud. And what I like about Luan is she tells pretty funny jokes. I mean, some of her jokes are old, but you know what? They're still funny. And there's jokes that I totally get. Like, for example, one time she wrapped up the whole house with wrapping paper and she said, well, that's a wrap. And she owns a small little company called Funny Business Inc. where she does clown tricks and all the other stuff. And the only thing I don't like about her is that there was one episode where she became evil with her laughing skills. Because she kept pranking people. I mean, pranking is okay, but she just got crazy in one episode. Which is the April Fool's episode. Moving on, next is Lynn Loud Jr. And Lynn Loud loves to play sports. She loves hockey, she loves football, soccer. Yeah. I gotta say that Lynn is, sometimes she's rough when it comes to playing sports. And in one episode, she was rough when she was playing family board games with her siblings. Yeah, she's really awesome. And the one episode that I don't like, well, I actually like that episode, but the one thing I don't like about Lynn Loud is that in one episode called Space Invaders, she farted in Lincoln's bed, which was kind of gross. And then she made Lincoln smell her fart. I thought that was funny, but I still find it to be disgusting. But it's still a good show. Number 8 is Luna Loud. Luna loves to play music. And basically, she is a rock star. Almost all of her songs are amazing. She does a really good job. And she really likes to rock out. In what episode? She wanted to quit music. I think. Well, there was episodes where she got a job loving music and, you know, became too enthusiastic about it. Yeah. Number 7 is Liam. And Liam is actually one of Lincoln's friends. I do find him to be pretty cool and really hilarious. One time, in one episode, he said that the Pilgrims eat mac and cheese because Lincoln kept dreaming about mac and cheese balls, which was very hilarious. He's a good friend to Lincoln, and yeah. Next up on this list is Lily Loud. And Lily is kind of like the cutest member of the Loud House because she's a baby. I even like when she says poo poo, which is hilarious. She is obsessed with a singing fox that dances. Oh, Fenton the Feel Better Fox. And the fox just sings, cheer up, baby, don't you cry. No more tears, it's tear up time. Laugh with me and we will be happy, happy, happy. I honestly find that song to be annoying, but you know what? The way she dances is kind of cute. Yeah. Next up on the list is Lucy Loud, and she is actually hilarious. Well, what's the thing that makes her hilarious is that she's obsessed with darkness and Halloween and scary stuff. She's 8 years old, but she's into this scary stuff, even poetry, especially Edgar Allan Poe. Sometimes she gets into Lincoln's face too much and other people's faces. That's because of her creepy personality. One time, I think in the Halloween episode, Lucy put a dead head, or is it a pumpkin, in there, and when her father was in the refrigerator, he said, I hate Halloween, and then she's like, I love Halloween. The Halloween episode was really good. If you haven't watched it, you should definitely watch it. Okay, next up is Clyde McBride, and he is one of Lincoln's he is actually Lincoln's best friend. Sometimes he has issues with people, but he's a pretty cool character. And the one thing that I like about him is that he has a crush on Lincoln's sister Lori, which I really don't care for Lori too much. But in one episode, when Clyde goes near Lori, he gets a nosebleed. He's like, Lori, system overload, and then blood comes out of his nose. I mean, he's just obsessed with Lori, even though Lori already has a boyfriend. There was an episode where Lori kissed Clyde, which was one of the Christmas episodes. And then Clyde was like, doesn't that feel good? Okay, next up on the list is Lynn Loud Sr. And he is a great father to Lincoln and his sisters. And a good wife. Basically, this guy loves to cook. And he likes to have his own cooking business. And he also reminds me of Arthur's dad, because Arthur's dad owns a catering business, and he likes to cook too. Yeah. The one thing I found out interesting about Lynn Loud Sr. is that he has the same voice actor who does Kick Buttowski's father, which is pretty cool. And yeah. Alright, up next is Leni Loud, and this is one of Lincoln's younger sisters, and what she likes to do is, she likes to fix things, like toilets, be a car mechanic, and basically her favorite thing to do is being dirty. I like this character because she acts really cool. And she is a tomboy, so... And basically, she's obsessed with dirty animals like frogs and snakes. Yeah. She also has a twin sister who I believe is horrible. And I'll talk to you about it in just a couple minutes. So, yeah. And Lana is a nicer sister to everyone, including Lincoln. So, yeah. Okay, number 2 is Leni Loud. And I believe, in my eyes, she is the hottest one of Lincoln's sisters. And Leni is a fashion designer, and she's really like the nicest Loud member in the family. And she also likes to be silly or be dumb. One of my favorite moments of Leni is when her sunglasses dropped out from her eyes, and she says, "Uh-oh, I guess we'll have to wait till after the solar eclipse." And then Lincoln took the glasses off, and she's like, "Wow, you're a wizard." Another funny thing about her is that in one episode, Snow Way Out, there was an episode where Lana wanted to try to get a winning rapper. She wanted to meet her favorite race car driver, but the only way she can do it is if she gets a winning rapper. And when Leni ate Leni ate a burger, she said, "Ew, this rapper is disgusting." And Lana's like, "Wait, it's the winning rapper." She also has a store. She also works at the mall, and that's basically what she loves to do. Yeah, she goes to the mall a lot, and yeah. And my number 1 favorite character from the Loud House is Lincoln Loud. And yes, he is the protagonist, and he is the 11-year-old boy who loves to read comics, especially in his underwear. Because that's what Lincoln does a lot. He also likes to play video games and help Lola be a pageant model. And yeah, he's pretty cool. He lives an awesome life. A lot of things that some people say that Lincoln Loud is adopted, which is not true, because in this episode called Not Allowed, I found out that he was born with his mother and father, and his mother and father are his real parents. Yeah. Lincoln is obsessed with this superhero named Savvy, which is like a superhero that does card tricks. And yeah. The main character is always cool. So, yeah. And a bonus, I have honorable mentions, which are Rita Loud, who's Lincoln and his sister's mom. And she's also a dentist. A really good mother to the kids. And there's Flip, who's cheap sometimes, lazy, you know. And now another not unhonorable mention is a bonus, characters that I hate. Lisa Loud, Lola Loud, and Lori Loud. So as I mentioned earlier, Lisa is kind of rude. I mean, all 3 of these characters are rude. And Lisa likes to do random tests on people. And yeah. And Lola Loud is really spoiled. And she gets angry easily. In one episode, she was trying to say she had a lemonade stand with Lana. And Lola said, "Line up for lemonade." And what she actually does is, she said, when a person didn't want lemonade, she went over to that person and said, "I said, line up for lemonade." I mean, come on. Yeah. And Lori, she's the oldest sister in the family. And basically what she does is, she basically just is obsessed with just texting and, being on her phone all the time. And she's kind of mean to Lincoln sometimes. She in the pilot episode, she said Lincoln wanted to go to the bathroom, and she blocks Lincoln out of the way and said, "Beat it, twerp. I was here." And Lincoln was like, "No fair, Lori. I was here first." And Lori was like, "I was born first." I used to like Lori, but now after watching a few episodes, I started to not like her too much. And yeah. So, that wraps up my top 10 Loud House characters. I'm glad I did an honorable mention, and I also did characters that I hate. So, if you like Lisa, Lola, or Lori, I respect your opinion. So, this wraps up my top 10 on my favorite Loud House characters. And if you have requests for my top 10s, please let me know in the comments below. This is Bacon Chris signing off.